Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see, I'm from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? It's your boy Doc Holiday, and we are back as always with HBCU Tonight, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like the stream, comment, share, but really, most of all, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you get everything, hit that bell, get everything HBCU Overdrive on the YouTube side. If you're watching on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow button on Twitter, and then come on to the side of the YouTube and hit that subscribe button. So we got a good show for tonight. Got a good one for tonight, and there we go. So let everybody know what's going on. So yeah, I just kind of got off of work not too long ago, so had to race to get to the house, but you know, of course, it's raining here in Dallas, so got home. Basically, the power got knocked out for a little bit because I could tell when I go in my kitchen, all my clocks done reset itself. So I gotta go fix that once we finish this up. But other than that, just being at work is good. New job is going good. Shout out to the new team, CBS. What's going on, Harper? Shout out to my new workplace, CBS. Treat me real good. Not doing a lot of stressing and everything like that. But other than that, man, we are having a good time. Let's see if I can get some folks over here if they're gonna come out. If not, then we should be fine. But yeah, other than that, man, get the show on the road. Hopefully everybody done had a good day, good evening, morning, night, whatever you're doing right now. I hope you're having a good time doing it. So I don't know if y'all seen it, but it's making its rounds around the Twitterverse. But yeah, man, we having a good time. Yep. Have a good time for tonight. And hopefully everybody is good, had their dinner, well rested. This is about to go down. But yeah, it was a video that's circling around the internet. And then this is from last night, if I'm not mistaken. This is from Max Preps right here. Let me see some. Well, let me blow it up. Let me blow it up so y'all can actually see the 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 madness right here. So this is from last night's game between Mansfield Timberview and North Crowley. North Crowley's in the white, Timberview is in the black. And as you see, the man does a 360 live. Um, just it's nasty. It was that was nasty. Let me see. So see something on this thing right here. Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna try to fix some stuff right here, and we'll get on with the regular show. What's going on, man? What's going on? Anyway, man, look, we just gonna go ahead, get the show on the road, and try to fix these technical difficulties, man. But we'll be right back after this good commercial break. Stay tuned. It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. Hopefully we get all these technical debugs out the way, technical difficulties and stuff like that. Anyway, man, let me see something. Probably my bandwidth. But other than that, man, look, tomorrow is the last game for both men and women in the SWAC. And definition. So tomorrow the last games of the SWAC. Men and women. Two teams already clinched their number one spot on both respective men and women's side. Of course, on the men's side, Bethune-Cookman takes care of the SWAC regular season. Right now with 14 wins and the number one spot locked down. And on the women's side, Alabama A&M, Lady Bulldogs, have clinched the outright SWAC regular season, sitting at 16-1, have won 16 games in a row, sitting at 20-9 overall, going for their second time to have 21 wins in a season, which has not been done before. Even before Don Thornton got there, nobody has done that in the program's history. Look, we just got a lot of basketball coming up. We got a lot of basketball to come up in this place. But on the men's side, there's a log jam. There is a log jam on the men's side. We're talking about let me pull up the conference. Again, on the men's side, there is a log jam for second place with Texas Southern, A&M, Southern, and FAMU all at 10-7 in conference standings. Pine Bluff and Jackson State sitting at 9-8. They are in the fight for the 6th spot. Prairie View at number 7, sitting at 8-9. Alcorn, Alabama State sitting at 7-10. Grambling at 6-11, and then Valley sitting at 2-15. Valley will get the 12th spot. They have if they want to make a tournament, they have a daunting task as far as trying to make it there. They have to win. They will have to win 5 games in 5 days. They will have to play Monday. They have to play Tuesday. They will have to play Wednesday. If they make it, they'll be off Thursday, but they'll have to play Friday and Saturday. That is a daunting task. I don't think nobody has done that. Not even since Kemba Walker and the UConn when it was the old Big East. So, Bethune-Cookman and FAMU go at it tomorrow in Tallahassee. Texas Southern takes on Prairie View. Alabama A&M has Southern. Jackson State takes on Valley. Pine Bluff takes on Alcorn. Trying to figure out who Grambling has. Grambling takes on Alabama State. And those are the matchups for tomorrow on the men's side. Those games come on between 6:30 and 8 o'clock tomorrow night. On the women's side, Alabama A&M, like I said, locks up the number 1 seed. They will not for the tournament. They kind of sit good and pretty much rest themselves next Wednesday. But Alcorn will sit at the number 2 seed. So Alcorn and Alabama State has the number 1 and 2 seeds. Between Alabama State and Southern, They're fighting for the third spot. Jackson State on the women's side is, if they win tomorrow, they will be locked in for the fifth spot. They would be locked in for the fifth spot. So between 3 and 5, between 3 and 4, it could go either way. Again, Alabama. So tomorrow, Alabama A&M takes on Southern. That game is early in the day, in the evening time. What's going on, Chuck? Alabama A&M, if the Lady Bulldogs defeat Southern at the number 4 spot. If Pine Bluff defeats Grant, if Pine Bluff, let me see. Hold on. If Grambling defeats Alabama State, then it will basically be the both teams would end up with the same record, and it'll be a tiebreaker. So they'll go through the conference tiebreaker to set up the seeding between those two. But if you look at both teams, if you look at the teams on the women's side, of course, like I said, not Southern, but Alabama A&M is sitting at 16-1. They have won 16 in a row, but the second hottest team in the SWAC would be Jackson State, sitting at 5 wins in a row. After almost being, if you really, and it's not the season that Coach Margaret wanted, Coach Richards wanted, but at the same time, you're sitting in the 5th spot. You have that spot locked up. You play on Thursday. You can get all the rest here. You know, if you got any players coming back, get some additional players coming back into rotation. And you can just go ahead and, you know, you just kind of rest. Let me take some FAMU. Bethune on the women's side. So Bethune-Cookman, right now, Bethune-Cookman and Prairie View are sitting at 11-12. So those two will play on Monday. 12, 11, 10, and 9, which will be Texas Southern, Mississippi Valley. So 9 versus 12 will be Texas Southern versus PV. Mississippi Valley will take on Bethune-Cookman. In the A spot, see what's up with this thing.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Troy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Let's see what it's doing on this house. All right. I can see you. It's running slow on my side. All right. Let me see. Okay. Maybe I need to switch browsers. All right, man. So other than that, man, get back to it. If these standings play out the way it's supposed to play out, the bottom four would be Texas Southern Valley, Bethune-Cookman, and Prairie View on the women's side. Followed by the 7 and 8 seed would be Pine Bluff and FAMU. 6 seed will be Grambling. 5 seed would be Jackson State. 4th would be Southern. 3rd would be Alabama State. Alcorn would take the 2nd seed, and then Alabama A&M would have the number 1 seed. So that if it plays out that way, in tomorrow, which be end of the season, then it should be
You can hear me now?
all right.
Okay, I'm glad y'all hear us. Okay.
It's pulling up. It's going slow on my end over here.
Okay.
It's not you, man.
Here's what's wild about StreamYard. If you have antivirus software, you have to turn it off for the applications to speed up, which is crazy. Hey, y'all. Alley Cat Hate Week. It's definitely a hate week. I don't know what I missed. I apologize. Right now, FAMU is playing the Bootskins or the University of Florida. Right now, University of Florida is up 7-5 in the bottom of the A. So hopefully, FAMU can get a couple runs in and get a SWAC midweek win. Mary's Kids is also, I think they were tied up 2-2 a little bit ago. So I'll check that game out as well. But how's everybody doing? You've been having a good week. What's going on, Pop? Hopefully y'all don't hear it in the background, so we won't get in no trouble. But my Knicks is playing OKC Look like we're playing pretty good, so we'll see how that go. We'll see how that go. Oh, where's my phone? Oh. Oh, okay. Whew. Let me look around. Let me try and check and see if I can see some of the SWAC baseball scores. I don't know how up to date it'll be because I think a lot of people are playing midweek games. Let's go. Let's see here. While I'm looking that up, rest in peace to Lou Holtz. Oh, Bethune-Cookman just fell down to Miami right now. That baseball game is 5-2. The Ibis is up. I don't necessarily want Bethune to win, but I don't want them to lose to the Ibis either. I'm conflicted. Let's see. Alabama State is down 9-0 to Alabama.
All right, we're good now. I have to restart my whole laptop.
I know how that is.
I had to restart the whole laptop. It's running faster now. I can tell. Magaloo Holtz. I don't care what he was. I just know the man was a good football coach. Who took over them Catholics in training pads and pretty much had a good run.
Dear Father God, Florida State is beating Mercer 22-5.
Where the mercy rule at?
That's when I'm like, it kicked in and something must have happened because it ended in 7. So the mercy rule, I guess, kicked in at the 7th inning.
All right, let's get back to it. So basketball, so on the women's side, like I said, bottom 4 that would play on Monday would be the 9 through 12. That would be Texas Southern, Bethune, Valley, and Prairie View. 7 and 8, more likely would be, I think it would be Grambling and FAMU. If those standards stay the way it's supposed to stay. Alcorn and Alabama A&M locked up the first 2 spots. Jackson State either win or lose tomorrow. They have already locked up the 5th spot. So nobody can take that spot right there. So it'll be a dogfight between. It'll be a battle for that 3rd spot, which will be Alabama State and Southern. So even if Alcorn loses, even if Alcorn Lady Braves lose, they will still have the second. They'll have the 2nd seed. Alabama A&M has the 1st seed outright. Battle for 3 and 4. If Alabama State defeats Grambling tomorrow, Alabama State will be rewarded the 3rd seed, and then Southern, no matter what, would be the 4th seed, and then the 5th seed goes to Jackson State with the 6th seed. I think it'll probably be a Pine Bluff, if I'm not mistaken. On the men's side, it's a whole log jam for between 2 and 5, 2 and 6. Is a whole log jam. So
this is why tomorrow is important.
So nobody can take the number 1 spot for Bethune-Cookman. They've already clinched that. They've already taken care of that yesterday, and all they have to do is if they want to cause chaos, let FAMU lose to Bethune-Cookman.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
I'm not media right now. I'm not media right now.
You're not media for tonight?
Whoop their ass. Nope, I ain't media Troy. That blonde haired lady cussed me out. I done lost all my little rules is out the window. I'm a renegade tonight.
Not a renegade. I like the horse. Not the horse renegade.
But for people that don't know, Chief Osceola rides into the stadium, Florida State Stadium, on Renegade. That's the horse. But yeah, man, I have said all the nice things that I can say about that school in Daytona. I have given them superlatives. I wish they beat the Ivies. They're probably not gonna beat the Ivies tonight. I have done enough.
Can they make it a game?
I think it was. Go back to the scores. I don't think it was as bad as.
Hold on, let's answer this question right here. So Dory McMillan missed his 3rd game because he decided to go over. Basically, he crossed Saturday. He crossed into the world of the candy canes, and he went to Nukeville. That's where he went. He's a Kappa. Has the basketball player ever chosen to go over versus playing for his team? This is the first time I've ever heard of that.
Wait, hold on. What school he played for?
In Jackson.
Wait, hold on. Jackson is locked in at where? 3?
No, we don't know because, like I said, it's a log jam. It's 4 other teams with 10-7 records.
All right, so if we're gonna be consistent about student athletes and their experience at HBCUs, being a part of a Greek letter organization is a part of that experience.
Yeah.
I would say it's up to the coach. I would, if I'm the coach, I would understand because there are a lot of people in this world that did not get a chance for whatever reason to pledge an undergrad. So that a lot of times, and I'm not casting any aspersions on anybody, things happen. So there's organizations when I was in school that wasn't on the yard from the time I got there to a year after I left.
Mm-hmm.
So it may very well be a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Right.
So I kind of got to give them some grace, right? I understand where fans may have an issue and think it's not that important. But if we look at our Greek letter organizations and their history in civil rights in corporate America, I got to give them some grace.
even in athletics.
Listen,
Now,
Tiger Nation. I'll say this. I'll say this. I don't know how it was where you was, but when I was in undergrad, if we heard of one of our friends was crossing, we supported them showing up to the probate. It was a support, right? So
right.
I'm assuming that the teammates are probably like, yeah, dog, we got you, go do your thing. I'm just assuming. Now, if it come out that the teammates was like you being selfish, that's a whole nother discussion. But that's going to be rare that his teammates kind of don't support that. I understand what y'all saying. Everybody stay, especially if you a booster and you got season tickets and all of that. I understand. I do understand. But they're also it's tough, man. That's a tough situation. That's a tough situation.
I mean, so he did. I think he did pledge Kappa Alpha Psi Saturday. I mean, he did come out as a Kappa on Saturday. If he told Mo, Coach Mo, and his teammates what was going on, and I think if they had support for him, I mean, then it should be no big issue. As long as the team and as long as he had a head, the team and the coach had a heads up about what was going on, it let him do what he gonna do. I mean, because it ain't the first time I ever heard of athletes that that plays the organization, but this is the first time I heard of them doing it during the season. And just think about it, going from practice to set in the same day, in the same night. Oh, that's crazy.
Bobby set a dude down from practice for 3 days to make sure that he was rested because he allowed him to pledge. So,
and then maybe Mo's like, okay, if you miss this game, hey, you're gonna have to sit out a half for the next game, for the last game of the season. But I want you to be ready for the tournament.
Yeah,
because we really need you for this tournament run that we trying to go on. And that's when to me, I feel like that's where anybody, any coach, any team right now. So yeah, when you think about it, is being a regular student is not as hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not as hard. Now, being an athlete, as far as a basketball player, I think that's a little bit more challenging. If you're a football player, it's no biggie because you don't have anything going on other than conditioning and spring practice, right? Even if you got a baseball player, you might have a baseball player that's online. You never know, but it should be easy for them. But it's kind of hard for a basketball player to do it. Now, it'll be different if it was, to me, it'll be different if you if they had a fall line. But no, I don't think it'll be different because I think it'll be almost the same thing. All right. I want y'all to get y'all. I want to get y'all opinion on this. Let's talk about this, and then we'll continue forward, y'all. So I want y'all to get this video right here. I don't see it here no audio, but it's cool. All right. Y'all see this right here. This is between South Alabama and Coastal Carolina. Kick from South Alabama goes up against one of the players from Coastal. One of the players from Coastal decks the referee. And I don't know if she meant to do that or not, but this referee is out of there. KO.
Protect yourself at all times.
One to hit a quitter. It's gonna be some suspensions right here. And she got elbowed. That's the crazy thing. She got elbowed in the back, like in the back of the ear.
Remember that meme of that coach that ran out the way a long time ago?
Uh-huh.
That's what she should have did.
Yeah. It's just one of them things. Just one of them things right there. I don't know I don't know, but they are going to be let me go ahead. I'm gonna send this I'm gonna send out the thing for Danny so she could tell us about Suno as they get prepared for the NAIA tournament.
They have a watch party tomorrow too, right? For the announcement, right?
I think so. They should, man, but because first championship, first conference championship in 14 years. Now, here's the video I was telling people about right here. Soon in the load up. Whenever it wants to load up. There we go. Let's see. Let me blow it up so y'all can see it. So this is the video I was talking about. So this is a high school game right here. This is a playoff game between Nashville Timberwolves and North Crowley out here in DFW area. North Crowley in the white and blue, Timberwolves in the black. I have not seen that. I have not seen a play like that since. I ain't seen a play like that since Vince Carter.
Yeah. You know,
take a live off to do a live off of 360 to do a 360 off a live.
The coach tell you to keep your head on the swivel. If he had been paying attention, he would have knew the live was coming.
There was nothing that you could do. You just had to be on that highlight tape.
Oh no, it's something you can do before he take off. You see it coming before he take off. He had a good second and a half to send the elbow out there before he took off. But you know, people got more talent than you. Ain't nothing you gonna do. You're either gonna foul or you're gonna get dunked on.
Yeah, that was in the playoff game right there. High school. That was in the playoff game.
Nah, if he made that dunk and they won,
North Crowley did win. In fact, I think North Crowley is like the number 2 team in the state in 6A.
They might have just been happy to be there.
One of my so for my last job, one of the acting store managers, his son plays on the North Crowley team, and he's a wing, 6'7" wing, plays small and power forward. He just got to put weight on him, but I seen him play. He could give you 20 points if he wanted to in his sleep. He got an offer now. He did get an offer from Jackson State, so
it's a kid in St. Pete, Charlie. Quinn, 6'10". I know I bet not see him. I'll flip a table if I see that boy in Daytona.
But yeah, man, it's and then let me see something. And then again, shout out to, I'm gonna say this because we don't get them that much love over here, but shout out to Nolan Smith, ex-Dookie, Nolan Smith, in them Tennessee State Tigers, Big Blue, winning getting a share of the regular season championship for the OVC. Also, him winning. It's the first time I ever heard this, co-coach of the year. Oh, I seen Jordan Walsh. Jordan Walsh with the Faith family in Oak Cliff. Yeah, I seen him play when he was in high school. He was a dog. But get back to it. Nolan Smith, co-coach of the year for the OVC. Player of the year. What's that kid's name? The kid's name. He was went to a D. He came from a D3 school. The name gonna come to mind when I think of it. As soon as I.
You know, when you get to that, there's a topic I don't know if you want to touch about an NBA player in the CIAA.
Are we talking about? Are we talking about Lamar Odom?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, here you go. Kid's name is Aaron the Crooner. 6'6" guard. I think he led the conference in scoring 17, almost 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. All around ball player. Played at Worcester College. I think it's Worcester College. He was on the Tennessee State team last season, but he had a breakout season this year. Worcester State, yeah. So he had a breakout season last year. This season was Conference Player of the Year. I'll be honest with you. Look for them to make a whole bunch of noise in the OVC tournament. They just started. It started today. Next game between Little Rock and Lindenwood. They come on that should be tipping off now. But yeah,
I have watched so much basketball. I'll be honest with you. I did not get a chance to watch any of OVC. I had 2 tablets, my other screen, and a computer while I was programming, and still didn't get a chance to watch any of the OVC stuff. So
thanks to SWAC TV. Yeah. But yeah, man, look, they I think they can get going in a tournament. And they don't play until Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah, they don't, because they got the double bye. Because Morehead State got the other seed. Morehead State got the 2 seed. Tennessee State got the 1 seed because they tiebreaker, because they lost to Morehead once and then they beat them the second time around. Plus, I think they were both tied for the same conference record, but I think they also looked at the Tennessee State's overall record and then what they did in outside of the outside of conference play. They actually were 6-4 before conference play started. So they had they had a good out of conference record for the most part.
Because that's the goal.
You gotta get there, but you gotta win it though.
That's the goal. Don't worry about when FAMU get there. You ain't gotta worry about it. We just gotta get there.
Let's see if y'all get there first.
You just gotta get there. Listen, this is not my dilemma that I had last year. I am more optimistic about this coaching staff and where they are right now as opposed to what I went through last year. And what I went through last year was trying to hide my gin on the sidelines while I was drinking through my sorrows. So just know, new year, new me. Still same old eyebrow bits and Lee press-ons. So now Florida State, I don't really have nothing to say.
But let's talk about it. You said shout out to HBCU Plus for promoting the show. Hey, Hardy, if you looking, we need to talk money. We need to talk money. And we gonna talk money. We gotta get my crew on here too, man. Cause my crew did this my crew, they family.
Here's the thing about, I'm gonna be very clear. I'm a Knoll and Rattler land. And by and large, most people that are in Rattler land for historic reasons don't really take too kindly of us being in Rattler land. So if you are a Knoll in Rattler land, you have to be excellent. Coach Shoup is an example of an excellent Knoll doing great work with the baseball team. The coach last year did not embody that, and he knew his time was short. Quinn is a little different. Quinn went through the crucibles of being a FAMU Rattler. So some people that play football at FAMU, and then there are Rattlers. Quinn is a Rattler. He gets it. When you walk in the door and be like, you ain't earned to touch Bragg's grass, I'm confident in him. Regardless of whatever the outcome is, I'm more confident in where he can take the program as opposed to where it was going before. I'll say it that way. But I'm going to get on Sheen and find me a fur coat to wear to Atlanta. But yeah, shout out to all the HBCU platforms that, you know, help push the influencers and the podcasters that cover HBCU sports.
But yeah, I mean, he knows the land. He just knows. He just embodies FAMU. That's what it is. I mean, if I would have made to me, that would have been the first person I would have thought of as far as who to bring in as a head coach.
But coaches don't pay
like what I'm saying. But I guess what I'm saying is, like, in the succession of Willie Simmons, like, okay, he would have been that. His name would have been the first on my list.
He had to win, though. He had to win at Albany State.
He did win at Albany State.
Yeah, that's not. When we first started having the rumblings, like going into this season, Mr. Campbell had said this was the Albany State FAMU game was an audition game. And I kind of pushed it to the side because I'm like, we bet not even be. But he was right. Again, season Rattler. So when we went into the season, I was like, people talk about Quinn, but the same people also say he got to win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He won. Not only did he win the SIAC, he won a playoff game, D2 playoff game.
Won two of them.
Two of them. So that was the end of it. It would outside of, and at that point, it was too late for Cozy to do anything. But that was the end of it. There was going to be a loud rumble about get that man from Albany State, from the fan base and from some stakeholders. Nothing like I like Cozy, personally. I like him. But friends is friends and business is business.
Mm-hmm.
And FAMU business is about Black National Championships. Well, I'm sorry, National Championships. Quinn Gray words. It's about national championships. So, it is what it is.
I mean, But for real, that was to me watching that game basically was like, hey, you got to get it done. You have to get it done. And for you to struggle like that against Albany State, and that was their only loss in for the season, in the regular season.
You know how
It would have been bad because it would have been real bad. I'm gonna say it like this: it would have been real bad. If they would have came into Tallahassee and beat y'all at Bragg.
I don't want to be out of school when I say this. Knowing Quinn Gray knows got to earn that. He's an earn it guy. Unlike some previous administrations or coaching staffs, they chose who was going to be the guy. Mm-hmm. Quinn is an earn it guy. What you did somewhere else, not going to cut it. You got to earn it. And trust and believe, it is two dogs that are not just going to be like, okay, he got the job. That ain't them dudes' makeup. In the past, I would have been like, yeah, it's a foregone conclusion. And I like Knowles. But I am here to tell you, when Quinn Gray hit the road, and to be fair, a couple of the staff members that was left over from the previous coaching staff, they put the work in too, right? But they got some. The quarterback from Jacksonville Reigns going to Morgan was about the talent that FAMU brought in. Because that kid at Jacksonville Reigns is special. But them two dudes that is on campus right now are special too. And they look like FBS quarterbacks.
Isaiah Knowles, even though he is short, coming in at 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, he's still special.
He still look like an FBS quarterback.
He's still special. He don't look like it. And I don't. And please.
And I mean, and I ain't talking about.
I don't like short quarterbacks.
I'm talking about as far as his play went.
Oh no, his play. I want people to know, I love his game. I just don't like short quarterbacks. Isaiah Knowles on the field, watching him play, that was not a concern at all. Again, Emmett, he's going to have to earn it. I would love to go like, yeah, he the best one on the roster. I assumed going into, see how I made an ass of myself? I assumed that the quarterbacks that were recruited were going to come in during the summer. Them two dudes already on campus.
Yeah, Isaiah Knowles graduated last season.
I ain't even talking about Isaiah Knowles. I'm talking about true freshman. Well, one is a true freshman. True freshman. And you got a kid that, granted, it was high school. Dude threw for 1 million yards, ran for 500,000 yards, and then threw a whole bunch of touchdowns. And he looked the part. So, again, he's going to have to earn it. No, I'm not betting on who going. Why would I bet that? I don't know. Here's the thing, right? I'm only going to get up to. I'm not going to be able to get up to a game. I mean, up to a practice. Back in the day when I lived in Tallahassee, I could go to spring practices. It's been a long time since I lived in spring practice. I'm not betting the eyebrow on who's going to be quarterback. I am betting the eyebrow that it's going to be a battle. That is
competition. Competition breeds competitiveness. out of everybody.
Like, if you know who Quinn coach was, you'll know why I'm saying this. I don't know why the Knicks
about Billy Joe, right?
Billy Joe, yep.
Yeah. The Rack Boys. Oh, nah.
3 FAMU Hall of Famers. I'm sorry, 2 FAMU Hall of Famers. He had to sit behind before he got his turn. So it's gonna be a good fight. But again, we got plenty of time. You know, we just week 2 of spring practice. So
it's our first. I know at Jackson, this is our first week.
So
this day 3 for us at Jackson.
And fam, you having a night game for the spring game on a Friday night.
Hey, that's good showing right there.
Ash already know he get out of school. I'm not saying he just gonna bump him out the way. I'm just saying it's gonna be I don't want what I saw last year. I sat at a spring game looking at a quarterback battle and was pissed off trying to figure out who they can bring out the stands to play better. That won't happen this year. It will be a battle. Hell, it was so bad they brought in 2 quarterbacks after the spring game. So I just don't. Yeah. And that's a good way to sell tickets. Like I think somebody else having a spring night game too. I don't remember who it is, but somebody else in the SWAC is having a spring night game. Is it PV? Hey, shout out to Lionel. We ain't even got to August and he done already started the mess.
What are you talking about now?
So Prairie View put out, Alabama A&M put out a little thing for season tickets. You know, you get the crowd going to get them to buy season tickets. So they showed some highlights or whatever, and Lionel said something to the effect of, "This is the best highlights you got." And I think off script got involved. But you know, J-Dot came from the top rope. But
came with the Macho Man elbow.
For real.
Well,
somebody just asked me what I'm doing arguing with an ibis. Ashton, I'm gonna argue with an ibis every day, all day, even on Sundays.
Let's talk about this. Mr. Lawrence. Do I think Bethune-Cookman is going to be good? They'll be good as far as whoever their quarterback is going to be.
Bethune lost more than I thought they was going to lose this year. And I think they got some, I don't know if they locked up their coaching staff or they got a couple other positions they need to lock up. I saw some announcements, but again, it's so early. I haven't really dived into everybody's movements yet. I don't know what they're going to be if they have the same quarterback play, if they have the same offensive play calling. They might be a 500 team. They might be a 500 team.
Yeah.
This the East.
It also depends on what they bring in too, man.
And we need to be aware. And the NCAA selling them wolf tickets about if we have blind transfers, we may penalize. They ain't implemented that rule at all. They just selling wolf tickets. And the reason they selling them wolf tickets is because the SEC gonna land. The SEC is gonna bring in about 7 players that I know about on blind transfers. So everybody relax. When we get closer to probably summer because people gonna need to register in summer school for fall practice. Everybody relax till we get to May, and let's see what happened in May. That's when we're gonna start to notice what's what. That's for me. That's not what the question is for PV. The question for PV is when they got it going in the past game, are they going to keep letting it go? Because PV was doing the one thing I had been bitching and moaning about HBCU style of play for the last 6 years. They opened up the playbook late in the midway through the season. They started throwing it a lot.
Who? Prairie View.
I want to say midway through the season because that first game it didn't look right. That first game against Texas Southern didn't look right, but midway through the season, they start throwing it, making big plays, and they look good. Maybe I want to say maybe late towards the second half of the season. That's when they start opening up playbook, and they realized they had playmakers outside and a quarterback that can kind of get them the ball. Now, he would turn the ball over every now and then. And I understand where coaches get a little leery of that. But if you have a play caller that's dialed in, because play callers hit their stride, and when they hit their stride, leave them alone. That man want to throw the ball 30 times a game, let it go. Our fans deserve better than Canada junior football because we can play that style of football and win. But that's my TED talk.
Depends on the personnel and what type of offensive coordinator that you got.
And I don't get me wrong. I like Coach Suge. Coach Suge Knight did his thing. Getting to the celebration bowl. Getting to the celebration bowl ain't easy. And then when you get there, just like every other national championship game in the history of the world, you have to play to win. So it's gonna be interesting. And since we way too early, I don't think Grambling just gonna lay down and not be good no more.
So he doing his stuff quiet.
They just re-signed their coach, which people said it was gonna get done, but I was like, we damn near in January when they gonna do it. So yeah, that non-conference schedule, I'm okay with that non-conference schedule.
Yeah, but they can start the season off 1-3.
But nobody wants to hear this because there's a lot of competition people out there. Those are measuring stick games to see where you are as a team, right? The goal is to win the SWAC West for them and then win the SWAC. FAMU is playing 2 games in 4 days.
I don't see how y'all did that.
It's ESPN. I mean, the ACC don't have a choice. I was bitching and complaining about Florida State playing 4 Friday night games. Do you know how many Friday night games are littered through the ACC? It is insane. That's why Florida State want to leave. That media rights deal is trash. Sorry, soapbox. But your measuring sticks is just to get you ready for the season. And the goal really for FAMU for the Miami game is collect the check, get out healthy, get your young guys experience, and that's it.
All right, man, let's talk about SWAC basketball because they resumed conference tournament play today. Morehouse and Edward Waters is playing right now.
Albany State women knocked off the. I'm sorry.
That's on the men. Let me see what the women did.
Slaughter. I'm gonna tell you.
Ooh, they
slaughtered. Slaughtered Edward Waters. The number 1 seed. I think they number 3, like between number 3 and number 4 in the Southeast division or whatever. Slaughtered them.
5. They was the 5th team in the East. 80-49.
Lawrence, I think it was already going to be 2 teams out of SIAC that make the tournament because of this. And this is a big if. If Albany State runs all the way and wins the title, dear Father God. And I'm like, look, I'm here for the chaos.
Miles women won. They won today too.
Yeah.
68-63 over Allen. Tuskegee and Clark Atlanta, they'll play tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Benedict and Lane plays tomorrow afternoon on the women's side. On the men's side, Edward Waters and Morehouse is playing. They should be playing right now. Miles and Savannah State plays tomorrow. Clark and Lemoyne Owen plays tomorrow. Tuskegee took care of Benedict today, 70-53 on the men's side. So Miles women number 7 in the South region.
Okay, yeah.
So do you think it'll be Miles? Do you think Edward Waters get a crack at it? Because I think they should.
Edward Waters will get in. They're not going to drop below 10. They'll get in. The question is, and again, because it's March and everybody loves chaos. If Albany State runs all the way to the title, what happens then? Do you get 3 in from the SIAC? Because it's an automatic bid for the winner, right?
Yeah.
So this is all hypothetical. Don't nobody at me. But hypothetically, if Albany State wins the tournament, you can't leave out Miles and Edward Waters. That's crazy. I don't know. Matter of fact, I don't know what Miles' ranking is. I need to check that.
Ooh, they got it on ESPN Plus right now.
Wait, something not right. Hold on. Go to March 1.
I'm trying to see what name he had.
So Edward Waters is 4, Miles is 7 in the South region. In the South region is Alabama, Huntsville, Eckerd College, and St. Pete, Union, Tennessee. I'm sorry, it's Eckerd. I'm sorry, Eckerd. No, that's right. Number 2 is Eckerd. Union in Tennessee, Edward Waters, Nova Southeastern, Embry Riddle, Miles, Lee, Florida Southern, and Tampa.
Let's put it on this right here. We got You got Miles.
Morehouse, and when I got the job, I kept seeing this New York number call me, and come to find out it was France. He said, "Coach, we got to do this, this, this." I said, "Whoa, I got to get some players. I got to recruit." He said, "We got to order. I need you to sign off on this." He is so organized.
Yes.
He's been a sin to me. He's been great for me. Rudy came with me from NC State. He got all our guys. When we made it to the Final Four, Rudy worked all those guys out, and we started making shots. And Michael Cotton just brings some experience to us that he has just brings a calmness because he's a little more calmer than I am, and he's old as I am, and things like that. But I'm just glad to have those guys with me along the journey.
Coach, as you win this ball game tonight, came in with the bye by finishing first in the East. That means that no play for you tomorrow, which is an additional day of rest. How are you going to handle that as you get prepared for Friday?
We're going to watch personnel film on both teams, Miles and Savannah State. And then what we'll do is we'll go over some sets from both teams, and then I'm gonna get them off their legs because we've been playing a lot of games. It's dog days of the season, so we got to have them rested. We won't go longer than 45 minutes anytime now. So even Monday and Tuesday prep days, I got them out at 50 minjust, and they got to do their part, get off their feet. Obviously, you got to study, but you can study laying down or sitting down.
Right.
But we're just trying to keep them rest, and we're going to use tomorrow, get some rest, and get ready to roll on Friday. Now, the coaches won't get the rest. We're coming to scout and watch film.
Right.
I'll watch film tonight on both teams. So it's prepared now. It's prepared. It's what.
Shout out to Keisha Kelly. I see her passing
I'm
through.
going home, going to bed.
Lucky you. I probably won't sleep till 3:30. Ain't no sleep right now.
Well, you got the chance up until 12 to enjoy the win tonight.
No doubt.
You win at 72-62. Congratulations, Coach, on the win. We'll see you
Thanks,
here on
Coach.
Friday night.
Appreciate you. Thank
I appreciate you guys.
Head Coach Larry Dixon as the Maroon Tigers advance to semifinal play on Friday with the win over the Tigers of Edgewater. So that means they'll play Friday either against Savannah State or Miles College. So Morehouse advances. Congratulations to them. Great season on behalf of Edward Waters. Walker, good day of quarterfinal basketball. More to come.
Well, that tells it right there. Morehouse won. So
let me look at this raggedy behind Big 12 flow that they got. They selling all these. That game might be over. It is.
hey, Bryce can say something that Bronny can't.
What's that?
Bryce got a conference championship.
He do.
I mean, even though he redshirted, he's still part of the team. But yeah, shout out to Morehouse getting the win, getting the win tonight over Edward Waters, who is the 5th seed in the East.
All right, Florida State, don't piss me off. Wait. Oh, it must be halftime.
72-62. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I got a roof inspection tomorrow, so I'm gonna check that out. I wish I didn't have that going on because I sure would love to be in Tallahassee.
Oh yeah, watch party tomorrow. What we putting on tomorrow?
Well, we got Coach Elwood, Garfield Elwood, family track coach. We got him, the first 20 minutes, little interview with him.
Okay.
And then once he leave, we can act up. Soon as he leave, we acting up.
And then are we tuning in for the NAIA selection show?
Yes. First? Yeah, the NAIA that is what, 8:00?
I think so. It's on the Edge Network.
Okay. Yeah. So once we do interview coach, then we'll do the selection show.
I think that's the best thing that they have done was Urban Edge to go ahead and get NAIA and get the media for them.
That's a win-win. Like
it is a win-win.
I'm gonna make sure I word this correctly. Any institution that gets to sell ads and keep half the money, all you got to do is sell. That's it.
Yeah.
And you selling to local or anybody that you have relationships with, you just got to sell the ads. SWAC TV, we know the capability is there. We just waiting on y'all to green light it. We just, because I already came up with my plan. Like once we get monetized, we're going to be good and clean, and we're going to advertise on SWAC TV. We're going to try and be good and clean. How about that? Is that better? We're going to try and be good and clean and then advertise on SWAC TV. Because, I mean,
I think it could happen.
Oh, it's I have confirmed with people in the know that the capability is there. It's just them opening up and then finding out rates. That's all I was waiting on. I was like, hey, I know it's there. What's the rates? And they told me not yet. So by the time next season come, it should, knock on wood, it should be open. And Troy will be submitting the commercials because I probably got to get my commercials remade. Submitting commercials so I can go ahead and advertise on SWAC TV. I've been wanting to advertise on HBCU games since 2021, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I got bumped out the Orange Blossom Classic because them rates was ridiculous. The Orange Blossom Classic rates was so high that I ended up advertising on a SEC game.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't like a difference of like a couple $100. It wasn't like me just being cheap. We talking like
thousands.
$6,000+ difference.
Wow.
For one. 30-second ad. One. Y'all don't get the fuck out of my face. So yeah, that was a learning. That was I learned more about SWAC media that year between that experience and Yard Talk. I learned so much about media rights deals at that point that I understand way more than I ever should.
Yeah. If y'all want to watch an epic game, go to Urban Edge Network and go to On Demand. Look up the Suno versus Tougaloo basketball men's championship game. It's on there. You will not be disappointed from watching that game.
Emmett, ESPN so there's a couple layers, right? Depending on how you get your ad buy. So with local cable companies, they have to sell ads less expensive to your local area advertisers. But since I'm not located in the Miami area, I had to get a secondary agent, essentially, who sold me ads because I didn't buy my ad directly from ESPN. But the ad money goes The commission goes, part of that goes to the company that I buy the ad from, and the rest go to ESPN. ESPN pays the schools whatever is in that media rights deal. That's what they get. And I can tell you right now, what the schools got was less than my ad buy. Way less.
Whew, it is we got severe thunderstorms out here in Dallas.
Man, be safe.
I'm in the house, so I ain't going nowhere. I don't go nowhere till tomorrow morning. I don't be at work till 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, CBS is treating me well right now. Shout out to Team CBS.
I mean, I prefer to go to CVS. I know a lot of people gonna get mad with me when I say this. I want Target to get their stuff together. I'm tired of going to Walmart with that blonde haired lady. It's making my nerves bad. I should be able to check out and leave when I want to. I shouldn't have to wait 30 minutes to check out.
Since we talk about that, Jasmine Crockett did concede her election last night to James Tallarico, who was the other Democrat that was running for United States Senate for the state of Texas. Let's just let you know that the major city strongholds can't carry the whole state.
No. The Texas is kind of like Florida, right? There are areas in Florida that, yes, a Democrat can win. If you don't win that panhandle, and I'm assuming in Texas it's the East or West Texas. If you don't win West Texas, it's an uphill battle. Like everybody here talk about, oh, you can do this. Listen, I understand what it sounds like in theory, but them people in that panhandle, in them backwood towns, them the people you have to get to vote for you, or at least split.
Yeah, and it's not a lot of. And here's the thing. This is the funny thing about Texas. So I was talking to people. I talked to my people last night. Texas has 254 counties, right? Out of those 254 counties, you're only going to get El Paso County, Harris County, Dallas County, Bexar County, which is San Antonio, and you might get Austin, which is either Williamson or Travis County. So you get those 5 counties because those are the five major cities that's in the state. But if you don't get counties like Smith County or Upshur or Panola, Nacogdoches, Angelina, Henderson, Rusk, Lamar. If you don't get counties like Grayson, Cook, Fannin, because those are like Northeast, and East Texas. If you don't get those counties like that, and the crazy thing is a lot of people is not, it's more, you have more bigger towns in East Texas than you have in West Texas. Because ain't nothing out there in West Texas. Like your next, between Dallas and El Paso, your next, I wouldn't even call it major city, but dense populated city would be the Midland Odessa area. And out there, it's all about oil. Lubbock, you can get away with it because you have universities out there. You have like 3 universities, of course, Texas Tech. But being that Lubbock County is straight up Republican, like when you get into primaries and stuff like that, don't nobody run against them. So that's how you get counties, that's how your county be red. Like when I lived in Corsa County, which is Navarro County, one time I went to go vote, and it was the year that the Trump's first go around in office, right? And I looked on that ballot, and I was like, ain't nobody running against these folks. It's all Republican. The only time I seen a Democrat was for the fucking presidency, and the presidency and the vice president. Like, I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I'll write my name up in this bitch.
What I want to make sure when I say this is not a knock on anybody. It's just facts. The Democratic National Organization,
the
National
DNC
Committee, did not send money for Panhandle and like Jacksonville area Democrats because they had conceded that they couldn't win. We lost a seat that had been held by a black man for almost 20 years. They just gave up the seat. They're probably going to spend a lot of money now because them people who was doing all the most for Donald Trump and seeing that the leaders of them organizations is getting deported, there may be opportunities in areas in South Florida where it wasn't before.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe I'm going to say this. There may be more people that get behind Luke who may also carry some other Democrats in South Florida that may help. But man, this is the most optimistic I've been about the state of Florida in a very long time. Especially with the Republicans fighting each other. Like Byron Daniels is getting trolled by this white dude. And it's just funny to watch. It is absolutely funny to watch.
Byron Daniels is a clown. He's a clown. Just like Ted Cruz. He's a fucking clown.
It has been listen, I ain't gonna say I don't have no dog in this fight. I'm not for either one of those gentlemen. It has just been interesting to watch. So, and all of this, what I tell people all the time is everybody think, well, you should only talk about sports. The problem is that the politics is affecting the sports. Like my daddy is or was a diehard Rays fan because we got the Rays in St. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know these people, the people that want a new stadium for the Rays in Tampa, do not have a concrete solution on how to get the money. But they have influencers on the internet, particularly Twitter, telling everybody this how everything should run, and then uses Atlanta as an example about how much money the area is making. If you put a winning franchise anywhere, it's going to generate money for the people around it. The Rays ain't won nothing. 2, the Bucks want Ray J renovated. That Hillsborough Sports Authority is obligated to pay because they are the owners of Raymond James. My understanding is that the Rays, exactly, we'll get to that in a minute. The Rays are betting on the fact that nobody will notice that this whole property tax thing that still has to go on the ballot, and Floridians don't play when it comes to taxes.
Right.
Should the property tax proposal go through, it will increase the sales tax to, depending on what county you live in, 9 to 12%, because each county has, so the state has, like, for instance, a 6, maybe 6.5, and so each county will add a penny or a penny and a half, or I'm sorry, 1 or 1.5%. Or no, I'm sorry, I said that right. 1 to 1.5 pennies on each sales tax. So, like, for instance, Pinellas County was 7, I think it's 7.5. I think Hillsborough is like 7. So the state has 6.5 cents on the dollar, and then each county add a penny or 1.5 or a penny and a half to the sales tax. To go from 6.5 to 9, and then you add on top the counties, man, they playing in our face, because that don't just affect, oh, I'm going to the store and buy a pack of gum. It don't just affect that. It affects if you sell a house, if you buy a house. 10 to 12% on a home buy is insane. And that's before you even pay commission to the sales, to your real estate agents. So, like I said, I'm doing the numbers and stuff, and one day I don't know what podcast is going to be. I'm honestly and truly, I'm waiting on a particular podcast to keep telling lies, and I want them to tell a lie big enough so we can have that show, and we can go, these are all the lies. But yeah, it affects everything. And then what a lot of people don't realize is that FAMU should have their stadium renovated, if not a new stadium on campus. However, Florida State, my beloved institution, is sucking up all the air out of the room. When Florida State had the absolute worst record of any school in the state, they got money to do, not this bond money they just got. They got money to do some renovations. I want to say it was like $5 million or something like that. And FAMU had asked for a couple million to just do some upgrades. Nothing major, just some minor upgrades. They told FAMU to go to another county board who don't have that kind of money. And then FAMU notoriously turned down, or I'm sorry, stopped their application to Blueprint Tallahassee because they thought they had some other money. But still, Blueprint was still telling them to go to this other board who didn't have the money. So it's some bullshit. And then history, I was on campus when John E. Bush, you know him as Jeb, ran his ass over to FAMU, telling FAMU all the good stuff he was going to do for them. It's a person that I really want to see get hit by a Nerf bus. Miss Hawkins, don't start that. We're not doing that tonight. So, but, oh, by the way, fun fact, nobody has been arrested in that entire thing. Not one charge. Make you wonder, huh?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: the last time Texas was a blue state, I was in the 8th grade.
They had a lady as a governor.
Ann Richards, who's the second lady as a governor of the state of Texas, and we used to call her grandma, but she didn't play that shit. She didn't play that shit. And last time Texas was blue.
I want the state of Florida to give Marva $64 million, and I want Marva to get whatever PhD students that she need to get to make sure FAMU get the R1. I was about to say something good about Florida State basketball, and then I looked and saw Pitt only won 4 games in conference. Just forget I said anything.
Hey, because yeah. But see, I'm gonna tell you like this: George Bush W. Yes, he was a Republican. He ran as a Republican, but he was a moderate.
Oh, somebody bleeding.
He was a moderate. He was a he of course big business, limited government, but when you look at him, he was all about business. But he was a moderate. If you really think about it, he was almost like a Democrat than, you know what I'm saying, than an actual Republican. It's when he got in office as president and he started listening to other people that you saw that side come out. But Ann Richards didn't play that shit.
Jeb Bush destroyed the Florida Department of Education here. Absolutely destroyed. That's why we have the bull we have now. That's because just know what Jeb Bush said he was going to do for education. Not only did he not do, he made it harder for African Americans to get into college. If I hadn't gotten to college when I did, I don't think I would have ever got in. Not the way I went anyway. Because now, have you seen what it takes to get into FAMU? And
no.
Granted, it's whew. You know what? I'm waiting on a lawyer to come along and say, since there ain't no more Department of Education, nobody don't owe no student loans. That's what I'm waiting on. That is what I'm waiting on. But I don't mean to be, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be Debbie Downer.
Nah, you good. But I'm gonna get off this thing. It's 9:30. I gotta get myself ready for the morning.
Oh yeah. Remember, y'all, tomorrow night, we're going to have an interview. We're going to be good. And then after that,
all the food's going to start at 7 o'clock.
so tell all your Alley Cat friends, make sure you come on.
Oh, yeah, because y'all play on HBCU Go tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so whew.
But yeah, other than that, be blessed, be safe. Yeah. Alley Cats. We make sure we got Jet State. Make sure y'all shake the devil off tomorrow. But that's what we got. That's what we got. We got going. Shake the devil off.
I don't know. Shout out to the Ivans that think they just gonna talk to me crazy and I ain't gonna say nothing back. Just know your mama like me. All right, man. Let me get this.
Punch a Nazi in the face and fuck Donald Trump. Y'all be easy out there. Peace.
All right.